In the second part of the video series for binomial distributions, we're going to show you some simulations. And we're going to use the same examples we used in part 1. So the first experiment was toss 5 coins, record the result, and we are interested in the number of heads. To perform this simulation, we're going to load StatsLab and go to Experiments. We're going to add a new experiment. Let's call this example 1. And we're going to toss coins, 5 coins, probability of heads. So this is a fair coin. And we'll say number of tosses 1,000. This is all fine. So simulate, and we're going to see our results. So here we have a choice for the random variable. We could choose tails or heads. We're going to leave it at heads. And we're going to investigate the distribution of this random variable. So we could take a look at this relative frequency distribution, and we could take a look at the relative frequency table. We're going to use this table to answer 2 probability questions about this experiment. We want to know what is the probability of getting exactly 3 heads. We can look at 3 under number of heads and look at the relative frequency, which is the empirical probability, and it looks like that is 0.307 or 30.7%. For the next question, we want to look at the probability of getting less than 4 heads. Now, less than 4 means not including 4. So we're going to look at 0, 1, 2, and 3 for number of heads and read the corresponding relative frequencies or the empirical probabilities. And so the sum of these numbers is going to give us the empirical probability of getting less than 4 heads. And that turns out to be about 80.8%. Now for the second experiment, choose 5 marbles, one after the other, and with replacement from a box containing 6 red and 4 green marbles. We are interested in the number of red marbles. To run this simulation, again, we're going to go to Experiments, tap on a new experiment, call this example 2. Now let's set up the criteria here. We are going to have 6 red, 4 green, and we're drawing 5 marbles. Make sure the with replacement switch is on and tap Simulate. We have 2 choices here for the random variable, number of red, number of green, but we're going to keep it at red. And we're going to look at the relative frequencies here. We're going to use this table again to answer 2 probability questions. The first one says, what is the probability of getting exactly 3 red? And again, looking at the table, under 3 for number of red, we see that the relative frequency or the empirical probability is 0.356 or 35.6%. The second question, what is the probability of getting less than 3 reds? Well, less than 3 means 0, 1, or 2. And we can look at our table again and look at the relative frequencies for all those values, and the sum of those will give us the probability of getting less than 3 reds, which is 0.304 or 30.4%. And again, this is an empirical probability.